Alright, so we're on our way to the EV Games, and I'm going to pre-order Dragon Quest Builders that comes out October 11th. I downloaded the demo, and it's really sweet. It's like Minecraft with Dragon Quest, and I'm not done the demo yet, but God.
Sorry.
Gross. Alright, so I'm not done the demo yet, but I'm really enjoying the game. I'm gonna get it for the Vita.
Just coming out for PS4 and Vita.
Yep, PS4 and Vita.
I don't have either.
Sad face.
Why don't they why doesn't it come out for like Xbox One?
I don't know.
It should. I was just saying that they should have it for Xbox One too. Because I'm not spending money on a PS4. No, no, no.
No, no, no. They're only like $400.
Oh, did you see my new shirt?
Oh, I can barely see it, but yeah. Are you for the...
I'm for Azeroth. I don't really care.
You don't care?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not for Gul'dan, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk, and he's...
Like...
What did you think of the movie?
It was pretty good.
Who was your favorite character?
Juratan.
Yeah.
Because he's very focused on his family.
Yeah, that was cool.
His wife and his kid, particularly.
Yeah, no spoilers, though. Even though everyone's probably seen the movie by now. The movie, or the DVD and Blu-ray, came out a couple days ago.
Our buddy got it. Sorry,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Thunder.
Steal my thunder! Alright, so anyway, we're heading off to go to EB Games and put a $5 or $10 deposit on the game.
Adam, like it's gold?
It's Adam! Our friend Adam.
Oh shit, you're filming me.
Hey Adam,
Hi.
no swearing on my special.
What, come on. Like, swearing is like, it's like pepper for words.
Salt and pepper!
Or salt, actually. It's
Alright, so what happened at EB Games? What did you do?
I just bought a game called Digimon's Story Cyber Sleuth.
And what's it like?
It's kind of like a cross between Persona and Pokemon, but with Digimon, but not necessarily as complex as either.
So you're a Digimon tamer now, or what?
Kinda. It's more like you're a hacker who's in a VR virtual like landscape who like finds Digimon that are programs that they use to hack with, which is weird. So it's not actually part of like any of the pre-existing Digimon lore. It just happens to have Digimon in it.
Alright.
But it looks cool. You can like Digimon are different from Pokemon, where they actually like they have like hundreds of different possible evolutions, because you basically use different kinds of stones and different kinds of digi-devices and different kinds of like crests, like from the original Digimon TV show, and because I used to play the trading card game, and they have like different evolutionary paths that they can go on. So you can have like say an Agumon evolve into like a Wargreymon, or what was the other one? Skullgreymon. Or it can evolve into something completely different because you give it like a special egg that maybe turns it into like, oh, now it has the egg of courage and it becomes a different Digimon entirely. Or sometimes you can like, sometimes they'll have different flavors of the same one. So there's like a virus version of a character and then a data version. It's weird. There's like kind of a triangle. It's, what is it? Data, vaccine, and virus. In terms of like the rock, paper, scissors mechanic that's like classic within like almost every JRPG and Pokemon game and Digimon game. And I like how simple it is. It's just three things, one beats the other, all around in a circle, and that's it. And you can have a max total of 3 Digimon in your party, so you can have one of each if you want, or one of all one type. And that's it.
Alright.
And I got a bracelet. And Corbin is in the car, probably impatient.
Alright. Later.
Bye-bye.
Alright, they're talking about the differences between Digimon versus Pokemon.
He's Digimon,
okay,
I'm Pokemon.
Well, I want to like not necessarily represent one or the other. It's just, here's my thing. I already said this, but I'll repeat it because we're on a video now. Pokemon as a game series is stronger, but Digimon as a TV series, which unfortunately has not really lasted the test of time, had really good TV series. Now, after, say, like season 3, when they started going into like can't remember, it was like they had armor kind of thing, I forget what it was called. Basically, up until season 3, the series was really good because the first season was classic, and it kind of started a while after Pokemon, but it was still like very close in terms of its release. The games were out for a very long time, not as long as Pokemon again, so it is, in some ways, it does mimic Pokemon, obviously, because it is a competitor, you would say. But season 1, as it went on, had like some pretty serious, like, again, mature concepts that it had, and in the second season, the characters got older. They actually grew. They changed. They became more mature. Their relationships with other characters in their group changed because some of them started dating each other and whatnot. And then season 3 was kind of like a what-if scenario if Digimon from the first and second season was actually just a TV show in the real world. And then what happens if Digimon happens in the actual real world? And that one was even more mature because it got very, very dark. Because there's this little girl who was like a friend of the main character whose Digimon got killed, and she gets all depressed, and this virus Digimon infects her, and she kind of becomes this giant monster that like almost destroys the real world. And so they actually end up having to defeat her, and her Digimon is, at the very end, is like permanently dead because he gets revived again somehow and sacrifices himself, and then he's like gone for good. He doesn't get revived because in the Digimon world, when a Digimon dies, it gets reborn. But this time, Leomon did not get reborn. He was just dead. He was just gone. And Pokemon has like danced with death. And if the first season, if you rewatch it, there are actually a lot of really mature things that happen that no one really notices because of all the cuteness and everything in it. But literally, there are a couple episodes where Ash gets shot at with guns, and like no one remembers those episodes. They always just remember like the really cutesy ones where like Pokemon are being cute and whatever. I don't know. The point is that they are too afraid to change and grow their characters as a series, and that's why Ash is still 10 years old. It's because they want to continuously... What?
I said, could I interject for a second?
Sure.
Okay, all that aside, if you actually watch the series, you'll notice that Ash matures as a human being. He doesn't grow up, but he is more mature, and he's a more mature trainer because from the first season to like the 4th or 5th season, he's doing everything that everybody else was doing in the first season, because he in the first season was a naive beginner trainer, and he's like, oh my god, I want to, battle everybody and be the best Pokemon trainer in the world, and he becomes one of the best Pokemon trainers in the world. Like, I don't have my Team Mystic shirt on now, but his hat is on the top of my Team Mystic shirt. He is the guy for Pokemon, and the reason he doesn't grow up is because when all of us in the car were kids, Ash was a kid, so in order to identify with today's generations, he has to be a kid. At least that's what I've learned.
Are you starting? Okay. What I was going to say to Corbin's thing is that he does mature. I did notice that watching, like, having watched none of the black and white episodes, only watched bits and pieces of the Ruby and Sapphire stuff, and, or I guess it was called Advanced, whatever, and only watching maybe the first half of X and Y and not necessarily the XYZ series, although I did get to a couple earlier episodes. I actually really do like that series.
What, X and Y?
Yeah, the X and Y TV series is really good. But here's the problem, though. I think he matures, but he kind of doesn't, because he matures up until, say, like, when they go into like the Gold and Silver, the GS series of Pokemon. But once he gets to the next league, everything kind of stays static, because he just sort of... What are you doing? I was just checking in. Wait, I'm not finished. He matures up until the end of the first season, but like very few times does anyone recognize him as like this really important character or this like super like trainer or anything, even though he's like gone through a whole bunch of generations of Pokemon, at least in terms of the games and the characters and stuff. no one really like actually just stops and says, Ash, oh my god, you're the legendary Ash, you're like the most famous person ever. Like, no one says that. And it's just a really weird thing that, like, in this world, he accomplishes crazy things that you, as a kid, remember finishing in the game, and yet he never actually...
Cut.
Wait, what?
Come on, finish
Okay.
it later. I need to fill up my car. Guys, cut. I have to fill up my car.